I'm a 32-year-old living in New York City.
I'm a 31-year-old living in New York City.
My partner and I are business co-founders. It's hard to calculate our monthly income. We made a decision at the beginning of starting our business that we were going to keep reinvesting our money into the business.
But we ended up reserving $50,000 of our company's profit a year for our personal spending.
That leaves about $4,166 a month to spend.
We have about $101,000 in savings. This includes $45,000 in a 401k, $5,000 in a Roth IRA, $35,000 in other investments, including stocks, and $16,000 in a savings account. I think starting and running a business with your romantic partner is in some ways harder than people would expect, and in some ways easier than people would expect. I was raised in a take very low risk financial decisions kind of household. Well, I'm grateful for you for pushing me to take bigger financial risks, because I too have a lot of money that I've saved now, so I am able to take that risk.
We're also educating each other. Where I need to be more financially literate, she helps me, and where she needs a push to take more risk, then I give that to her. Here's my last statement.
Big Dog Party rentals for $1,260. This was renting chairs for our big conference, and I reimbursed myself from the company account. $3,475 at Just Salad. No, this was not just me. This was for lunch at our big conference. Cafe d'Avignon for $534, which was feeding 700 people. Red Table Catering for $1,350 was a liquor license. LinkedIn, super on brand for me. That's $626. That's my yearly LinkedIn premium subscription, which I reimburse myself from the company account.
Atlas Print Solutions, $4,263. Okay, that was for the vinyl. So we do a big conference every year, and we like to decorate the walls with massive vinyl. It's actually a pretty cheap way to have decoration, although now looking at that $4,000 charge, it doesn't seem so cheap, but it was a good investment. Then I spent $44 and another $20 on something called pirateship.com. So this is a way to order bulk stamps and packages, and this was when we did a crowdfunding campaign, and we had to send rewards to over 2,000 people. So that was a lot of pirate ship. We have a monthly fee from MailChimp, and this was $212. This is for the newsletter that we send out every week, and I would get reimbursed from the company. Ooh, House of Ruth, okay, $25. This was a bunch of crystals that we bought. I have a slight obsession with crystals. I find that it's kind of a cheap way to do self-care, and we do a lot of performance, I would say, for our business. I'm constantly on stage, speaking, teaching, and these crystals kind of give me energy and confidence. Okay, so Microsoft charged me $76. I had to buy Microsoft Office. I am writing a book, and I thought I could do it on Google Doc, but that's not what they want, so it has to be in a Word document. Liberated syndication, I spent $20.
One Hotel Central Park for $331. We celebrated your birthday by treating ourselves to a staycation in New York. The next charge is for New Leaders Council. This is a progressive nonprofit that I support. I spent $161 at Herbivore on facial oils and moisturizers, $198 on a Delta flight, $148 on a JetBlue flight that was going to Palm Springs.
I spent $262 on a Dyson. I got the Animal. Totally and utterly worth it. I have a lot of hair and it constantly sheds.
We visited my parents, and my mom had one, and he really liked it. And liked it so much, my mom also bought me one for my birthday, not knowing that she'd already bought one.
Right. So I threw off your mom's present game. She was very flustered and didn't know what to get. Pure Kana, that is a CBD oil. I spent $139. I've been doing a ton of research, and that was one of the highest rated CBD oils out there, so I decided to splurge. $409 on an Airbnb. This was probably when we went to Joshua Tree as part of our little annual vacation. $250 at Kindbody. So I'm actually exploring freezing my eggs, and Kindbody is a service that does that.
One thing I struggle with is thinking about how long is it going to be before we can feel like we're financially secure enough to start a family.
I had assumed I would start having babies at this time, but instead I started my own company, which is my own baby. I just want to take as much pressure off of myself, and having kids or thinking about having kids, it just puts so much additional stress, I think, on a lot of women.
A toy store in Brooklyn for $24. That was, I threw you a birthday party in our apartment, and I bought balloons and a lot of cured meats. and party hats. I think that was in there too.
And I don't think anybody wore them.
Well, I tried. A $10 charge for Emily's List, which is a PAC that helps elect progressive, pro-choice women into elected office.
Then I have $11, and that was for In-N-Out Burger. We went on vacation here in California. That's a tradition that we always have, which the minute we get off the plane, we're gonna go find an In-N-Out. $23, so this was for Ella Syndicated. So this is a queer-friendly monthly party, dance party. Then we stayed at the Fairmont Hotel. We went to the gift shop, I guess. That was $63, and I bought a really nice necklace and some magnets. We always try to buy magnets when we travel.
$103 at Allbirds. I bought my dad a pair. Allbirds again for $103 because I bought the wrong size of shoes for my dad. I bought 2 Dagny Dover bags, one for me and one for my sister. That was $152 and $160. She lives in Hawaii, so the shipping was a little bit more on hers than it was on mine. Bought another Dagny Dover bag apparently for $136.
Then I spent $14 on Hover. Whenever I have an idea for a business, I just immediately buy the domain, and it adds up, but you know, who knows what we're gonna create in the future. So I probably have, 50 domain names? At least, right? I spent $272 at The Wing, which is a female-focused co-working and social club, and that's where we work out of every month. Okay, Sunbasket, $58. That's our weekly fee for our food that comes in a box every week, which is amazing, such a good charge.
Domino's Pizza. That probably means that she was out of town.
Sounds about right.
$5 monthly contribution that I make to Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is next. I made a $25 contribution to Elizabeth Warren, a $5 monthly contribution to Kamala Harris, and I got Kamala Gillibrand and Elizabeth Warren all in one month.
$39 on Seamless. Sushi, not gonna feel bad about that, that was delicious. Then I spent $61 at Hamburger Mary's, which is an amazing, iconic place in West Hollywood.
We were watching Drag Race and eating hamburgers.
It was amazing. New York Times subscription, $14, so we actually just upgraded from a digital subscription to also print. It's really nice to get that.
Just on the weekends.
Just on the weekends, right. So we didn't do a full splurge, but we're getting there.
$170 at Workshop Kitchen and Bar in Palm Springs. $42 at Birba Palm Springs. That's a great pizza restaurant. We went out to dinner again.
$89. Ooh, that was spent at Tom Tom. Okay, so we have a guilty pleasure, which is we love Vanderpump Rules. Lisa Vanderpump has a bunch of restaurants, but her new one is called Tom Tom because 2 of the people who own it with her are named Tom and Tom. It is delicious. We went for the people watching, but actually ended up loving the food. So I would go back there. $40 was spent on Aqueous. So this was when Instagram SpawnCon really worked on me. It's basically a towel for your hair, and it helps your hair not be frizzy. I bought it. It's still up for debate whether or not it's working. I would say a lot of things to women. Know your business model. So even if you're not going to be making money from day one, know how you will eventually make money and when you think that will be. You need to also be patient with your growth.
Really make sure that you believe in what you're doing and that you believe it's going to succeed. The highs are very high, but the lows are really low. You need to really be able to remember, why am I doing this? And you should absolutely seek out a network of other supportive female founders. That's been something that's been so helpful for us. Being able to talk to people who you can actually relate to and understand what you're going through. Even just asking things on, hey, how much equity do you give your advisors, right? Those are things that it's kind of hard to understand without having people to talk to. You know, those things are really important, and I think it would be much harder to try and do this without a really supportive network behind us.
Yeah, you need both financial and emotional support from people.
Yeah.